What's up everyone, I'm Taylor Kim, and with the Oscars coming up this Sunday and me finally getting around to seeing most of the movies of last year, I can confidently release my official top 10 movies of 2019. Now keep in mind, this is just my opinion, your opinion may be different, everyone has different tastes in movies. I'll be grading these movies on how much I personally liked them, but they get bonus points if they made me cry, looked beautiful, and had a good story. So bonus points for those, whatever that means to you. This system is all arbitrary. Also, I'm gonna try to do my best not to spoil any of these movies in case you haven't seen them. But slight spoiler warnings because something may slip. No promises.
Are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet?
Starting off in the number 10 spot, we have The King starring Timothée Chalamet. Not really a Timothée Chalamet fan, but after watching this film, he did a great job playing Hal, and honestly, I'm joining the fandom. What is his fan club called? Club Chalamet. Well, looks like y'all got a new member. Coming in at the 9th spot, we have the war epic 1917. Now, if this list was simply based on a filmmaking standpoint, how they made it, 1917 would be number 1, hands down. This thing is gonna sweep the Oscars, it's gonna get every award. This movie gave the illusion of 0 cuts, so that means as you're watching it, you actually feel like you're in war. You don't get a break. By the end of this movie, you are literally exhausted. If you haven't seen the behind the scenes featurette, I would highly recommend watching that. They had to build all the sets specifically for how long the camera would take to get from the beginning of the scene to the end of the scene because there was no cuts. Everything that went into this film was insanely impressive. It gets bonus points for how amazing it looked, and yeah, solid 9 spot movie right here. Coming in at the 8th spot, we have another Netflix film, Marriage Story. Now, watching the trailer of this movie, I put it off for a while because it just looked so depressing and I didn't just want to get bummed out, but wow, this movie was good. First off, bravo to Adam Driver. I feel bad for him because Joaquin Phoenix is about to take this Oscar, but he did such a good job. Watching this movie, within the first 10 minutes, you forget it's a movie. You just fall into this world. They did such a good job about making it seem real. ScarJo and Adam Driver did exceptional jobs. And also, it was funny. Like, for a depressing movie about divorce, this movie was really funny. It gets bonus points for making me cry just a little bit at the end, and I would highly recommend it.
7.
Coming in at the 7th spot, we have Avengers In Game, the culmination of 22 Marvel films leading to this one final moment. This film cannot be rated just by itself because of course it relies on 22 movies before it, but to be able to sum up 6-7 story arcs from past movies into one satisfying end is simply an achievement in and of itself. Although a lot of people said this movie was sad, it got no crying points from me. I don't know, just a stone wall. But it did get story points because great story, great ending. Expectations were through the roof for this on many people, and I feel like it satisfied pretty much everyone.
6.
Coming in at the number 6 spot, we have the only animated film on this list, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, the best animated film of the year. This movie got visual points for me, it looked great. It got story points for me, great ending to a trilogy. And it got crying points to me. Man, was that ending sad.
Go, Toothless. Go.
How to Train Your Dragon: Hidden World solidified it as the best animated trilogy of all time. I'm looking at you, Toy Story. From the first one to this one, the relationship between Toothless, who everyone sees their dog in. I don't care if you don't like the movies. It's impossible to watch this, look at Toothless, and not see your dog.
There were dragons when I was a boy. Where they went, only a few know.
The writing was awesome. The animation, oh my gosh. The sand and the water, I don't see how animation can get better than that. It literally looked like real sand and real water. It blew my mind. In the end, How to Train Your Dragon 3, hands down the best animated film of the year. Would highly recommend if you haven't seen this one or the other ones because honestly, they're all amazing.
5.
Coming in at the 5 spot, we have Knives Out, Rian Johnson's original film this year, and it did not disappoint. This film 100% gets bonus story points because contrary to your usual murder mysteries, we know who the murderer is within the first 15 minutes, and to still be engaged until the very end is just great writing. Daniel Craig was hands down the most entertaining person in the movie. I know some people found his accent a little off-putting, but he has this one line about a donut that secures it at the number 5 spot. It was amazing.
4.
Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have the Korean film phenomenon Parasite. This film blew up in the States, and for good reason. This movie gets beauty points because it simply looked amazing, and it also gets a bunch of story points. Probably the best written movie on this top 10 list. It is a roller coaster ride. The twists and turns that this movie takes are crazy. I know a lot of viewers are often discouraged by subtitles, but if you are to give any foreign film a chance this year, please watch Parasite.
아 잠깐. 제시카 외동딸 일리노이 시카고 과선배는 김치모 그는 네 사촌.
3.
Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have Quentin Tarantino's 9th film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. If Parasite was a roller coaster with twists and turns, then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was a roller coaster that took you up, 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 and gave you the best finale of any film this year. I don't want to spoil the third act from you guys, but it is the most wild ending to a movie this year. Leo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt were hilarious together. Honestly, the scenes where they were just sitting around and talking could be the entire movie.
You want to smoke some, just save me some.
Nah, no, I don't need to trip out on no acid. My booze don't need nobody. Whoop, whoop. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
2.
Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have Taika Waititi's Jojo Rabbit. The funniest movie I've seen all year. The cast was great. Taika Waititi playing the boy's imaginary Adolf Hitler had me cracking up anytime he was on screen.
But now they call me a scared rabbit.
Let them say whatever they want. People used to say a lot of nasty things about me. Oh, this guy's a lunatic. Oh, look at that psycho. He's gonna get us all killed.
Roman Griffin Davis played the little boy, did an insane job, and I'm super excited to see anything he's in from here on. And Scarlett Johansson is my sleeper pick for Best Supporting Actress. She did such a good job in this movie. This movie gets story and crying points from me. Taika Waititi does an exceptional job taking you from crying laughing to crying crying. And I would highly recommend this movie if you have not seen it.
1.
Okay, here we are, coming in at the number 1 spot for the best film of 2019. We have Doolittle. Oh my gosh, Robert Downey Jr. did such a good job. Those animals that were all talking. No, I'm joking. My actual top movie of 2019 is The Last Black Man in San Francisco. This movie was amazing. A little context, I watched this movie on an airplane with headphones that were so bad I had to cover my ears just to hear it, and it still got the number 1 spot. It is that good. This film is breathtakingly beautiful. It looks amazing. Great story. And yes, it got crying bonus points from me as well. Joe Talbot did an amazing job in only his 2nd film, and this movie got absolutely snubbed for Best Original Score. Just the music alone can bring you to tears.
If you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear flowers in your hair.
This movie flew under a lot of people's radars because it was not widely released, but if you can get a chance to watch this movie, I would highly recommend it. Such a beautiful movie. So that was my top 10 films of 2019. Let me know what your favorite film was down below in the comments. And let me know if you like this more one-on-one video. I had a Not Called Objects planned for this week, but the guest completely flaked on me. So, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. We got new videos coming out every Thursday, so I'll see you then. Peace. Whoa, I'm on an end screen. If you're on a computer, you can click right here to subscribe, or you can click right there to watch a new video. If you're on your phone, then I guess just click down below, like and subscribe, leave a comment.